I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant, and go home. Why would I choose to stay an instant more where I do not belong? When God Himself has given me His voice to call me home. I will be still an instant, and go home. I will be still an instant, and go home. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant, and go home. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant and go home. That's our lesson review 202, review of lesson 182. I'm Forgiveness Willie, teaching forgiveness from the Ozarks. Pull up a chair and bring a friend, or pull up a blanket or something and sit on the floor like I like to do. But sit and listen to A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of Course in Miracles this year. And we're ready for lesson 202. Like I said, it's a review of lesson 182 with the associated idea being added to it. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant and go home. This is for lesson on July the 21st of 2025, Sunday. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant and go home. No one but is my brother. I will be still an instant and go home. Why would I choose to stay an instant more where I do not belong, when God Himself has given me His voice to call me home? I will be still an instant and go home. That holy instant where we can just leave the world behind, kind of fall into that place where you don't even try to remember who you are. Just kind of like completely forget everything, don't have any judgments about anyone or anything, and just be at peace. That's that holy instant where we go home. I will be still an instant and go home. Why would I choose to stay an instant more where I do not belong, when God Himself has given me His voice to call me home? I will be still an instant and go home. Sandwiched between the idea for these 20 days, or is it 20 days? I think so. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. He really wants us to get that down. He wants us to think about that every hour of the waking day. Today, adding to it, I will be still an instant and go home. And I'm so glad that you've come to join me in studying this. You know, I'm finding that the more I go through it, and I've been going through it since 1990. I got the book in 92, the year that my wife left this world, Diane. Today's her, for me, it's on the 18th. I'm doing this recording, and that was her birthday. I plan on going over to see her parents today and maybe bless them. They're getting aged. And anyway, Dawn and Trudy, thank you for your daughter, Carol and Diane. Okay, let's see. We want to be thankful for everyone that comes into our life. They all have blessings to give us. And let's be sure to share those blessings. Don't let there be anyone that is not giving you the blessing of God, because that's your choice. You get to choose of how you receive everything that comes your way. And you might as well step back, enter into your heavenly space, your place where you're home, your holy instant, and be thankful. Be glad that God goes with you wherever you go. Okay, let's see. That's our review for today. Let's go back and look in our text reading, and we're ready for. We're in chapter 21, Reason and Perception. Roman numeral 7, the last unanswered question. Do you not see that all your misery comes from the strange belief that you are powerless? Wow, catch that. This is a really important idea here. Do you not see that all your misery comes from the strange belief that you are powerless? Recognizing that you are one with God will also allow you to remember that you're really invulnerable. You're not powerless. You always will be given everything you need when you need it. That's just the way, that's the truth. It's a strange belief to think that you're limited and lack and live in a world of loss and deprivation. That's a strange belief, he's saying. Do you not see that all your misery comes from the strange belief that you are powerless? Being helpless is the cost of sin. Helplessness is sin's condition, the one requirement that it demands to be believed. Only the helpless could believe in it. Enormity has no appeal save to the little. And only those who first believed that they are little could see attraction there. Treachery to the Son of God is the defense of those who do not identify with him. And you are for him or against him. Either you love him or attack him, protect his unity, or see him shattered and slain by your attack. Only those who first believe that they are little could see attraction in enormity or largeness. Treachery to the Son of God is the defense of those who do not identify with the Son of God. And you are for him or against him. You're either for the Son of God or against him. Either you love him or attack him, protect his unity, or see him shattered and slain by your attack. Paragraph 2. No one believes the Son of God is powerless. No one believes the Son of God is powerless. And those who see themselves as helpless must believe that they are not the Son of God. What can they be except his enemy? And what can they do but envy him his power, and by their envy make themselves afraid of it? These are the dark ones, silent and afraid, alone and not communicating. Fearful the power of the Son of God will strike them dead, rising up their helplessness against him. They join the army of the powerless to wage their war of vengeance, bitterness, and spite on him, to make him one with them. They join the army of the powerless to wage their war of vengeance, bitterness, and spite on him, to make him one with them. Because they do not know that they are one with him, they know not whom they hate. They are indeed a sorry army, each one as likely to attack his brother or turn upon himself as to remember that they thought they had a common cause. Paragraph 3. Frantic and loud and strong the dark ones seem to be, yet they know not their, in quotes, enemy, except they hate him. And that word in quotes is your enemy because he's really your dear brother. It's just your belief that you're small and that someone's going to be able to hurt you, so you've made them your enemy to protect yourself from your smallness. Frantic and loud and strong the dark ones seem to be, yet they know not their enemy except they hate him. In hatred they have come together, but have not joined each other. For had they done so, hatred would be impossible. The army of the powerless must be disbanded in the presence of strength. Those who are strong are never treacherous, because they have no need to dream of power and to act out their dream. How could any army act in dreams? Any way at all. It could be seen attacking anyone with anything. Dreams have no reason in them. A flower turns into a poisoned spear. A child becomes a giant, and a mouse roars like a lion. And love is turned to hate as easily. This is no army, but a madhouse. What seems to be a planned attack is bedlam. Paragraph 4. The army of the powerless is weak indeed. It has no weapons and it has no enemy. Yes, it can overrun the world and seek an enemy, but it can never find what is not there. Yes, it can dream it found an enemy, but this will shift even as it attacks, so that it runs at once to find another, and never comes to rest in victory. And as it runs, it turns against itself, thinking it caught a glimpse of the great enemy who always eludes its murderous attack by turning into something else. How treacherous does this enemy appear, who changes so it is impossible even to recognize him. How treacherous does this enemy appear, who changes so it is impossible even to recognize the enemy. Remember that enemy's changing because of your own beliefs. You're the one that's given that enemy all the characteristics that it has. Paragraph 5. Yet hate must have a target. There can be no faith in sin without an enemy. Who that believes in sin would dare believe he has no enemy? Could he admit that no one made him powerless? Reason would surely bid him seek no longer what is not there to find. Yet first he must be willing to perceive a world where it is not. It is not necessary that he understand how he can see it, nor should he try. For if he focuses on what he cannot understand, he will but emphasize his helplessness, and let sin tell him that his enemy must be himself. But let him only ask himself these questions, which he must decide to have it done for him. And here's the questions. Do I desire a world I rule instead of one that rules me? Do I desire a world where I am powerful instead of helpless? Do I desire a world in which I have no enemies and cannot sin? And do I want to see what I denied because it is the truth? And we'll include that in, or we'll sing that. We when we were going through the original edition, I think that was in the last time we went through the original edition, I think was in 2023, and 2 years ago. And we sang that song with Lesson 190, I Want the Joy of God Instead of Pain. I think it was with Lesson 190. And so we had that song, I Want the Joy of God Instead of Pain. And that goes so well with this. Do I desire a world I rule instead of one that rules me? Do I desire a world where I am powerful instead of helpless? Do I desire a world in which I have no enemies and cannot sin? And do I want to see what I denied because it is the truth? You may already have answered the first three questions, but not yet the last. For this one still seems fearful and unlike the others, yet reason would assure you that they are all the same. We said this year would emphasize the sameness of things that are the same. This final question, which is indeed the last you need decide, still seems to hold a threat the rest have lost for you. And this imagined difference attests to your belief that truth may be the enemy you yet may find. Here then would seem to be the last remaining hope of finding sin and not accepting power. Paragraph 7. Forget not that the choice of sin or truth, helplessness or power, is the choice of whether to attack or heal. For healing comes of power, and attack of helplessness. Whom you attack, you cannot want to heal, and whom you would have healed must be the one you chose to be protected from attack. And what is this decision but the choice whether to see him through the body's eyes or let him be revealed to you through vision? How this decision leads to its effects is not your problem, but what you want to see must be your choice. This is a course in cause and not effect. So basically what he's saying there is that what you want to see is what you're going to see. And if you think that you're small and weak, then you're going to see attackers all over, and they're going to change because you're the one making them. The truth is they're your dear brother. And when we get our alignment with our mind that they are one with us and that we're all one with God, then we'll quit looking at things with this root cause being paranoia or fear or being afraid that you're going to be hurt, that you're vulnerable. Paragraph 8. Consider carefully your answer to the last question you have left unanswered still. And that question was, and do I want to see what I denied because it is the truth? Consider carefully your answer to the last question you have left unanswered still, and let your reason tell you that it must be answered and is answered in the other three. And then it will be clear to you that as you look on the effects of sin in any form, all you need do is simply ask yourself, is this what I would see? Do I want this? Do I want to see sin? Do I want to see guilt? Do I want to see misery and pain and suffering? Paragraph 9. This is your one decision, this the condition for what occurs. It is irrelevant to how it happens, but not to why. You have control of this. And if you choose to see a world without an enemy, in which you are not helpless, the means to see it will be given you. That's what we want to find, isn't it? So it starts with our wish to see a world where we're powerful, instead of one where we are vulnerable. Again on that, do I desire a world I rule instead of one which rules me? Do I desire a world where I am powerful instead of helpless? Do I desire a world in which I have no enemies and cannot sin? And do I want to see what I denied because it is the truth? As you look on the effects of sin, ask yourself, is this what I would see? Do I want this? Remember, if you're looking on the effects of sin, then you are the cause now. You're putting out there the energy which will come back to you, which you won't be able to stop or control because you've set up the cause that now the effect will mirror back to you. So change the cause. Ask yourself, Is this what I would see? Do I want this? And certainly you'll change your mind. Why is the final question so important? Reason will tell you why. It is the same as are the other three, except in time. The others are decisions that can be made and then unmade and made again. But truth is constant and implies a state where vacillations are impossible. You can decide a world you rule that rules you not and change your mind. You can desire a world you rule that rules you not and change your mind. You can desire to exchange your helplessness for power and lose this same desire as a little glint of sin attracts you. And you can want to see a sinless world and let an enemy tempt you to use the body's eyes and change what you desire. And you can want to see a sinless world and let an enemy tempt you to use the body's eyes and change what you desire. In other words, you don't have to put out the cause of anything if you recognize that you're the cause. You don't have to see how it's going to happen, how the effects play themselves out. It's in a realm where you can't really control. But what you can control is what you want. Every desire is a prayer. So want to see innocence, want to see the oneness in everyone. That's what the atonement is. In paragraph 11, in content, all the questions are the same. For each one asks if you are willing to exchange the world of sin for what the Holy Spirit sees, since it is this the world of sin denies. And therefore those who look on sin are seeing the denial of the real world. Yet the last question adds the wish for constancy in your desire to see the real world. So the desire becomes the only one you have. By answering the final question, yes, you add sincerity to the decision you have already made to all the rest. For only then have you renounced the option to change your mind again. When it is this you do not want, the rest are wholly answered. 12. Why do you think you are unsure the others have been answered? Could it be necessary they be asked so often if they had? Until the last decision has been made, the answer is both yes and no. For you have answered yes without perceiving that yes must mean not no. No one decides against his happiness, but he may do so if he does not see he does it. And if he sees his happiness as ever-changing, now this, now that, and now an elusive shadow attached to nothing, he does decide against it. And the last paragraph, 13, finish this section. Elusive happiness, or happiness in changing form that shifts with time and place, is an illusion that has no meaning. Happiness must be constant, because it is attained by giving up the wish for the inconstant. Joy cannot be perceived except through constant vision. Joy cannot be perceived except through constant vision. And constant vision can be given only those who wish for constancy. The power of the Son of God's desire remains the proof that he is wrong, who sees himself as helpless. Desire what you want, and you will look on it and think it real. No thought but has the power to release or kill, and none can leave the thinker's mind or leave him unaffected. So remember, every thought's a prayer. Have the thought that you want to see peace and joy. What's going on around the world today? Global Hug Your Kid Day. Invite an alien to live with you day. I found all these on holidays and observances. Lowest recorded temperature day in Antarctica, negative 88.9 degrees Celsius, or 128 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. Monkey Day, or take a monkey to work day. Maybe just monkey around day, huh? Be someone day. Hey, that's every day. Get out of the doghouse day. Practice forgiveness. Tug of war tournament day. Okay, and William's Pride apple out of Edible Landscaping is the Malus domestica. It says of the William's Pride, apple, early maturing, attractive, dark red apple with excellent tart fruit quality and immunity to apple scab, extremely resistant to cedar apple rust and fire blight. For an out-of-hand apple, this is the best for so early in the season. It blooms over a long span and produces annually, zones 4 through 8. And our word for peace today will be from the Kosraean people of Micronesia, those 600 islands in the Western Pacific, and the word is Mihs, M-I-H-S, Mihs. Okay, and let's see, let's sing. Let's sing what I said we're going to. Do I desire a world I rule instead of one which rules me? Do I desire a world where I am powerful instead of helpless? Do I desire a world in which I have no enemies and cannot sin? And do I want to see what I deny because it is the truth? As you look on the effects of sin, ask yourself, is this what I would see? Do I want this? And instead, I want the joy of God instead of pain. That was lesson 190 that we sang that. I want the joy of God instead of pain. Went so well with that. Do I desire a world I rule instead of one which rules me? Do I desire a world where I am powerful instead of helpless? Do I desire a world in which I have no enemies and cannot sin? Do I want to see what I denied because it is the truth? As you look on the effects of sin, ask yourself, is this what I would see? Do I want this? I want the joy of God instead of pain. That was lesson 190. Okay, let's end our lesson for today. Let's close with that. I will be still an instant and go home. Be sure to do that. 2 longer practice periods, morning and evening, and an hourly remembrance, and then use it any time you find your peace disturbed. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant and go home. Why would I choose to stay an instant more where I do not belong? When God Himself has given me His voice to call me home. I will be still an instant and go home. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant and go home. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Mihs.